calling this meeting to order at 12:30, I'm sorry.
There you go. You got one on the brain.
12:30. The governing board of Lake Mojave Ranches Fire District will meet in regular session on August 30th, 2019 at 12:30 p.m. We may vote to go into executive session on any agenda item pursuant to ARS 38-43103A3 for legal advice with the district's attorney on matters as set forth in the agenda item. The following topics and any variables thereto will be subject to board consideration, discussion, approval, or other action. All items are set for possible action. Call to order. Roll call.
Joe Campbell.
Ellen Ray Bauer.
Larry Tennant.
Charlotte Kiffer.
The records show that all are present except for Deborah Cass. Excused. Pledge of allegiance.
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To honor those who serve our country and within public safety, and to those we lost, take a moment of silence. Item number 4, we'll do approval of minutes. We don't yet have the executive minutes for July 25th. Our recording was a little poor because of the air conditioning problems. So we will move to the July 25th regular minutes.
Madam Chair, there was only, Karen did a fabulous job. There was only one item, just one little sentence that needed to be included on page 3. That was talking about, it started on page 2, and that was talking about the scholarships that she was able to get for the Arizona State Fire School. We just need to add in at the end of that, the date. This will be 9/4/8/2019. She had that in there originally when I sent my changes, and I looked at it last night. I thought, oh, I would find a hard time finding that. It was still good to put in. So the date's the only thing it needs, and I would make a motion with that change that we approve those minutes.
Okay, I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
By name?
Okay.
Joe Campbell with aye. Ellen Ray Bauer, aye.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kiffer, aye.
All in favor. Motion passed. Minutes approved for July 25th.
Madam Chair, can I get a motion for executive session item A?
Oh, yes. We need a motion for,
I make a motion to table executive minutes 7/25/2019.
second that. All in favor? Joe Campbell?
Aye.
Ellen Ray Bauer, aye.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kiffer, aye.
Motion passed. Executive minutes for 7:25 table. Fire chief's report.
Okay, chief's report for July. Our run report, Amor had 0 transports for the month of July. Chief call-outs after hours was 6. Medical transports was 41. 8 refusals. Refusal billed was 4. Fire calls was 6. Service calls we had none. Good intent 2. False alarms 5. Highway 93 calls was 11. Total calls for the month 73. August and September covered in full for Station 41. August covered for Station 43 was scheduled at 23 days. And for September, that has changed. It's 21 days now instead of 16. So I did attend through July and August, different meetings and trainings. August 1st, I went to the core pipeline training because we do have pipelines that run through our district. So did go through that, got a certificate, and passed the test on that. August 5th, I did do the online DPS fingerprint training, the second half of that. 13th was run review. August 16th, we have the chief meet and greet at Station 41. We had a good turnout for that. I got to miss a lot of that because it was a very busy day. I was in and out on that, but we did have a good turnout there. August 27th, or 22nd, I had the Mahoning County Fire Officers Association meeting at Pine Lake Fire Department. I did get thrown to the wolves on that, introduced by Kingman Fire Chief and put on the spot, which was interesting. August 23rd, had the Wackens meeting down in Yuma. They did open up the provider grant. We are applied for, we put in the grant for new communication radios. We usually get this grant every year. They're the ones that provided us with the cardiac thumpers, the one-hand cardiac thumpers. There's only a few things they cover in their grants, which is medical supplies. Extrication equipment, we got our battery operated extrication equipment to them, and communication. So we are putting in 4 new radios, and that is in. Upcoming, we have Arizona State Fire School, which I'll be attending next week. The pre-hospital care committee, and then NIFRS meeting to correct all our NIFRS data, reporting that has been announced. That's going to be taken care of so we can qualify for federal grants with all our fire stuff, data. And then Arizona Ambulance Association Committee, our conference in Phoenix, I'll be going to the following week. That's September 12th and 13th. District properties, nothing there new to report. District vehicles and apparatus. Ambulance 1165. We did have that. One morning, the crew started it up, and we had a blow-up disaster. A very large pack rat got inside and was making a nest on the fan. The crew member started it up. When she started it up, she heard a loud boom. The pack rat went through the belt broke the fan shroud, and ripped the bolts out the front of the lock. That was fixed. Administration 9, or actually Karen did last night, turn it into insurance under a natural disaster, and we are waiting to see what they will cover and on the damages regards to labor. Water tender 438, the big red one. We all know 2 months ago had the blowout on the way of structure fire. We replaced the 2 front tires. During rig checks last week, 438 had a flat tire on one of the inner jewels. Redwood came out and checked it out, had a nail through the sidewall. In changing that tire, we had another one that had a bubble on the inside the size of a bubble. Those were the original tires from when that truck was bought in 08. So I did call the board chair about replacing the other ones. They were cracked all the way around. So we did end up replacing the other 8 tires on the rear. So it does have all new tires, water tank. New projects we got going on, like I said, the grant for the communications radios. And I am in talks with 6 different businesses out at White Hills now for contracts for fire coverage out there.
Can I ask a question? What did the tires cost?
I don't have that.
Okay, just curious.
Right now, staffing, we're staffed with 3 full-time EMTs, 18 PLC firefighter medics, 3 PLC EMTs. We currently have the 9 volunteers and 4 more applications for volunteers that I'm going through. And I found out this morning when I got back to the office, we have 3 more applications for volunteers in the office. So I want to apologize about the item for the administrative assistant's doctor appointment. That should not have been an item on the agenda. It should be in my chief's report. That was a mistake there, but I did talk to the lady and they're getting their site set up. We have all our information and everything in, and a follow-up call on Monday is what I'm waiting for now to go with the final doctor appointment and everything for that. So that just needed to be in my chief's report. That didn't need to be an item on the agenda. And that's, oh yeah, and then maybe Karen has something to add to all this that we attended also.
I just want to let the board know that the Facebook page will go live today. I had a lot of red tape.
The Facebook page.
Oh, the Facebook page.
I had a lot of red tape. They kept kicking it back. Verify this. We're reporting you for this. So it was a mess. And then we did attend the,
We attended the Philip Picard hearing for the status hearing that he had. And the latest that we have is that he turned down the plea deal and he will be going to trial in January. So they have one other hearing. It's like a housekeeping hearing before the trial. It's in November, I believe.
January 13th.
January 13th.
That's the trial.
No, the trial's the 28th.
Oh, okay. So that's in January.
That's okay.
Are you being subpoenaed to go to these things? Okay.
That's everything I have.
Chief, would you extend a little bit on the NIFRS thing, explain to our taxpaying public exactly what NIFRS is and why you're talking to?
NIFRS is how we bill out our fire calls. Every call we run, whether it be medical or fire, has to have a NIFRS report. The NIFRS report has been maxed and been turned in, so for previous time. So I'm catching up on putting all that data into, without having the NIFRS data in, we cannot bill fires, and we are not eligible for federal grants due to not having this in.
And it's been, what, a period of time, 2.5 years or so, you say?
Almost 3.5
3.5
years.
years since that's been done.
So I am, it's quite a bit of catch up to do, and it takes a lot of time, but I am getting that. And when I go to Arizona State Fire School next week, I'm meeting with, I forget his name, but he's the one that's in charge of it all from National Forest Service, and he's the one that puts it all in. And he's, with our report writing system, image trims, there's a way that we can just, for that, all that time is, transfer it over and it goes right into their system. So he's gonna go over that with me up there so that I'm not doing it individually, call by call by call. So he's going to show me how to do that. We can transfer it all over. And we'll still, he did pull a thing for us, so a favor that the federal grants we have out now that we're waiting for, we are still eligible for because he put that we are new administration taking over. So
Oh, that's
he
great.
put that.
That's great. So we wouldn't have, even if somebody had sent in a grant, then we couldn't have gotten it anyway because we haven't had any of those reports that's done.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been, we wouldn't have been eligible for the federal grants.
Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Great job you're doing.
Good job, Chief.
Next item is financial reports.
Now, yeah, you can go to the next one.
Oh, there. We'll go to item 6, executive business. Item 6A, discussion and possible action regarding verbatim minutes from 10/10/2018 special meeting. That was Director Kipper's item. And the attorney has advised us that he will consider Director Kipper's summary that she has presented to him, and the item will be tabled until the October meeting. So there is no action on that.
He's ready.
Okay, back to financial statements.
Hang on 1 second.
So A is tabled.
No action.
No action.
Will it be on future agendas?
Yes.
Okay, because I read those things.
Okay. Madam Chair, can you check and see if
Are you there, Gabe?
I am, can you?
We can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Go ahead.
All right, well, good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the board. You have the July financial report in your packet. A couple things I want to touch on before I actually go into the report. Last month, the board requested the graph wasn't really necessary as far as how it came out, because we did like the percentage of expenses. So if you look on page 6 of the financial report, you'll see at the bottom, I've included that percentage piece on the report. So you can see the percentage of expenses by major category.
That works.
Good, good.
That works for me.
All right, so going to the financial report, so for the month of July, we saw $48,480 in total revenue. Our property tax revenue collections are still really ahead of our historical collection, which is great. We did see $19,042 in property tax collections. Non-levy revenues were $29,438. Which the majority of that, or actually all of that for the most part, was ambulance revenue, which was also over budget for the month by $4,000. A lot of that has to do with the non-billing, that we're still seeing some collection on that period of time where EPS wasn't billing, and where the new biller, fire recovery, has picked up and taken over the billing. On the expense side, total expenses for the month were $58,635. We were under budget by $22,000. Of that, a couple things. One, we did have some timing on our healthcare costs. We didn't actually incur that expense for the month, so that'll, when that bill does come in, we'll see kind of a change on the expenses for the month to kind of catch up. But really, the chief's new model of utilizing more POC staff members has really kind of helped us stay within budget on the personnel wage costs. In fact, under budget a little bit while providing the coverage needed. And we have not used much, although our overtime is over budget for the month. From the POC wage standpoint, that's really what's throwing it over, but we are under on our actual overall wages. So this model is really working from what I understand from an operational standpoint, but then also from a financial standpoint. On the expense side, the other item I want to point out that we were over budget was on fire equipment maintenance. There was some SCBA repairs that needed to be done that did actually put us over budget for the month on fire equipment maintenance, but also for the year we'll need to kind of monitor if that line item is expended. but hopefully with savings in other categories, if more fire equipment maintenance does come up, the chief will have funds in other categories to still expend funds on that. The only other area I kind of set the board was another savings point is our liability insurance, and again, that was under budget due to timing on expenses, but we'll see that expense come in later in the fiscal year. Last piece I want to point on, and mainly because there's an agenda item today to discuss, is our cash balance. And you'll see on page 3 of the financial report, we did end the month of July at $542,000 in total cash, which is $100,000 more than we had last year at this same time. Mainly that's due to payables that we had last year for the month of July. We didn't this year, some stuff that carried over from the fiscal year. But with that, we are in a good position. We do have the line of credit on the agenda that we'll discuss in a little bit. But I do want the board to know from a cash position, the district's in a strong position.
Alrighty. So Gabe, on page 4, invested in capital assets, on the
Yes.
277,655. What is that?
That is our, let me look real quick. That is our net position on our capital assets, plus the liability owed on those.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. I like the graph, that works.
Perfect.
I had a couple of questions I just wanted to see here. Maybe they weren't so important to. Anybody else have any questions?
I do.
Okay, Charlotte has some questions, Gabe.
Perfect. Wouldn't be a meeting without it, Charlotte.
Yeah,
Gabe, I didn't want to disappoint you. I'm on page 7, and I would have contacted Karen, but to be honest with you, I didn't look at this till this morning. I noticed midway down, Lake Mojave's Rancho Fire District WF payroll account, 43,000.
Yes.
And then when I flip over to the next page, it looks like it's that was a credit and then a debit. Can you explain to me what that is?
Yeah, so what that is, Charlotte, is take 43,000 or do a funds transfer from our warrant account to our payroll account. So when you're on page 7, is the 43,000 coming out of our county fund at the treasurer, and then the 43,000 is the debit on the following page is the deposit going into Wells Fargo payroll account.
Okay, that explains it. And then, this is probably just a logistical thing. I noticed reimbursements for supplies. Thank you, Phyllis, for being a volunteer and picking things up. Is there some reason why we're not using the credit card? Same thing with the chief, further on down on page 7.
I don't know, that has to be a question for staff.
Okay,
Well, Phyllis doesn't have a credit card, and we're transitioning our credit card right now.
so anything that's purchased, people pay out of pocket and get reimbursed? Okay, is that gonna stay the same or change
It's going to change.
to what?
Credit card.
So she would have access to,
No. Only admin and
okay, so if she went, I'm just making this up, went to Sam's and bought $300 and needed supplies, would they then contact you to get the credit card number to do that, or she would go ahead and still pay out of pocket, and how would that work?
I don't know that I can pay over the phone.
Okay.
So,
The reason she did that is because our ink for our printers, Sam's had a special on it, and it was cheaper than anywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
And she was there, so that's why she purchased that. And then
It's not regular happening.
No, no. It was just at the time we needed the ink for the old board packets, and it was a lot cheaper down there than anywhere else we were getting.
Oh, yeah. That was it for me.
Okay, perfect.
Straightforward. Okay, anybody else have any questions?
Good.
Okay. I guess we don't need Dave anymore.
No, and he's for 7A and B, but you need to approve the financials.
Okay. Okay, so do we have a motion to approve the financials? State your name, please.
Joe Campbell.
Joe Campbell made the motion. I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye. Joe Campbell.
Ellen Raybauer, aye.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kiffer, aye.
Financials are approved. Okay, so I guess we'll move on back to item 6, where we left off. We left off at 6A, we go to 6B. Discussion and possible action regarding legal counsel invoice statement 49-130 and material documentation requested. That was the same as item A with attorneys going to consider Director Kipper's summary, and that item was tabled until our October meeting for further discussion.
And that has to do with feeling we were overbilled.
Item 6C, discussion of possible action regarding PTO calculation, recalculations for former Chief DeMaio regarding determination. The attorney did not receive the information that he was supposed to receive. He will receive that this month, and so that item has been tabled to September.
Madam Chair, we got 3 different readouts, and I had a question about what the difference between them are. Can we at least address that?
I know there are several different recalculations based on different information that was received. Certainly discuss it.
Gabe, can you tell me the last calculation report that you submitted to the board? Which,
So I'd have to look back.
okay,
But I believe the last time was included, the biggest change of vacation, not starting until he was hired at the time as chief. With previous calculation had his vacation starting when he was hired initially.
right.
But they all include, they still include paying him out for sick time accumulated, that doesn't need to be paid out. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that's what we were waiting to hear from the attorney on. So we get that clarified before September's meeting.
Thank you.
So that's table 2.
Yes, till September. Item 6D, discussion of possible action regarding LMRFD personnel incentive programs regarding legalities, information, and offerings. That was mine. This was information only. We just wanted to clarify some things with the attorney, what we could or could not do as far as incentive programs for personnel. And we got some clarification. It says unusual, but it is legal. But we would have to be careful how we word it. So there's no action on that. Item 6E, discussion, possible action regarding interim fire chief contract regarding Tim Bonney to the board. The board and interim chief Bonney reached an agreement on terms of his contract and directed counsel to prepare the final draft with those changes.
Madam Chair, I think Chief Bonnie had left the room and he directed the attorney as to what to do. Is that correct, Chief? You don't know what we directed the attorney to do. You had left the room at that
But we already agreed before we directed the attorney.
Okay. So you were in agreement with us?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Yeah, we would have done that without him. Okay,
So do you need a
so
motion?
that was, yeah, we need a motion on that one, okay.
I make a motion that the attorney prepare the changes that the board directed him to make to the existing contract with Chief Bonnie.
I second that. All in favor for approval of the chief's contract as redesigned with the attorney?
Yeah, Joe Campbell. Aye.
Ray Bauer, aye. Larry, what were you thinking?
I'm thinking because that's not the figure that's in the contract that I heard.
Excuse me, procedural, you can't have any discussion.
I know
before
that.
you vote.
I'll say yes.
Charlotte Kiffer, yes.
Okay, that motion is passed that the contract is agreed between Chief Bonnie and the board and directed to the attorney to prepare is approved. That's all we can do on that one. Is that enough? Item 7A, discussion and possible action regarding update renewal of the LMRFD line of credit with Wells Fargo. Gabe?
Yes, so Madam Chair, we discussed this last month, I believe. Wells Fargo is the servicing bank for the county and thereby provides the line of credit for fire districts, for all districts within the county. Lake Mojave, due to the insolvency, was not creditworthy from Wells Fargo's standpoint for a number of years, and we established a line of credit through Chase Bank in the interim period. Based on the district's financial history over the last couple of years, Wells Fargo is happy to extend the line of credit back to the district again, which is how it should be. The line of credit should be maintained by the county servicing bank. And so this is requesting the board authorization for us to go back to Wells Fargo with a line of credit in the amount of $250,000 and have that in place kind of from a go-forward standpoint, back as it should be. As I mentioned before in the financial report, our cash position is strong. However, it is best practices to have a line of credit in place in the instance where we get to a point where the fund balance does start dwindling down, and we get to a point where we do need to borrow on a line of credit while we wait for first half taxes. So I am recommending that the board approve this line of credit for Wells Fargo Bank.
Need a motion? I'll make a motion that the LMRFD approve Gabe to reestablish our line of credit with the Wells Fargo Bank for $250,000.
I second that motion.
Joe Campbell, aye.
Ray Bauer, aye.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kiffer, aye.
Motion is passed. Okay, go Gabe.
Thank you.
Item 7B, discussion possible action regarding provide dental insurance and/or cost of living at 2.8% and possible elective coverages.
Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, yes. You're on there first.
Okay.
They'll have to speak up. We can.
So we brought this last month to the board, a couple different options. And how it's come to the table now through consensus with the employees is that with dental coverage, that's always variable. You never know what it's going to cost. So what they're asking for is for you guys to approve letting me get rates for them, but it be an elective plan that they pay for 100%. It's not district sponsored. And I can give them the paperwork to enroll, so forth and so on. Just like we would do with Aflac or Colonial, those types of services. The 2.8% cost of living raise, that would be for full-time personnel. Gabe and I discussed where the monies could come from, and our conclusion came to the decline in suppression overtime would offset it, but I'll let him speak more.
If I could speak, I had come up with this, but I, at the time we discussed it, was looking at what's the incentive for trying to get full-time firefighters, paramedics. It wasn't an across-the-board anything for all full-time employees, so I wanted to clarify that. It was an incentive to, if we have openings and we don't have it, what can we offer that would draw people to us? So that's kind of where the history of kind of how that evolved. And I'm not in favor of an across-the-board raise. Given some of the decisions we made today, that's going to cost us money and at this moment in time, I'm not in favor. Maybe later in the year that might be possible. But I was looking at we have 3 vacant full-time positions, Chief, is that correct?
Yes.
That's what I was looking, what can we do to get those filled, to provide better service to the district?
Okay. Gabe, did you want to speak to that issue?
I guess if there's any specific questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them.
It had to do with the cost of the coverage for the 2.8% raise.
Yeah, so again, as we kind of discussed on this stuff through the budget process, we've got some issues as far as, long-term plans for the district. And the 2 big issues the district has is we have declining assessed values and we have increases in public safety costs. Right now, informal PSPRS is telling us to expect double-digit increases over the 2 years in our public safety protection costs. Any increase in wages is going to compound that increase in public safety costs. So my concern on anything like this is the long-term effect of it. And while a 20% COLA or, a dental or something like that is probably doable today with the current model that we're doing, I don't know about the sustainability going forward. And I can tell you, if you hire those 3 positions and you have a full 6 full-time firefighters, you can't afford to do any of those options on the table without taking money from other areas of the budget. I looked through that. The one area I saw that you could really look at taking money from would be the meetings and training line item. There's 14,000 budgeted there. Historically, not much gets spent in that category, but there's a lot of other categories that do go over budget, that sometimes that money is used to cover other areas that we are over budget on.
Okay, thank you, Gabe.
Madam Chair, I think Karen has done a great job researching different plans, and she did a heck of a job saving us money on the health insurance, and that was plans that the staff was throwing. I really appreciate the research and the dental and giving them the opportunity to buy into that. So at this moment in time, I would see no action.
Do we need to make it kind of a motion to approve this dental? Or what the dental is?
You can, as long as you approve it, we make it know that it's not district sponsored.
Right. But do we have, or is that something that the administration has to do? Because it is not.
I think I can just do it.
So we don't need to make a motion on that. So, yeah, I'm with you. I agree. I don't think we can afford to stick our necks out any further than right now. At this point, the change in growth, but let's let the dust settle on what we want to do. Does anybody else have any?
So we're not, I understand no dental right now. Are we doing the COLA? Okay, that's what I want to
No
make sure.
COLA, no.
Karen's going to research dental plans, and they want to get that's an issue.
10% elected.
Oh, the dental, no, that's what I'm looking at.
So there's, so item 7B would just be no action.
No action.
7C, discussion possible action regarding mobile unit. Do we need Gabe in here? We don't need you anymore, Gabe.
Okay.
You're excused, thank you.
Yeah, I see how it is.
Bye.
All right, well, thank you all. Have a great weekend.
Thanks,
You
Gabe.
too, have a
Okay.
good day.
Bye.
7C, discussion possible action regarding mobile unit located at 16, 126 Gooseberry Road, Dolan Springs, regarding possible sale of district property and bidding process.
So, since I've taken over in that, we're trying to clean up around the station. And, that trailer that is off to the side, the big mobile home, it's an eyesore. And I'm not the only one that thinks this, we've heard it. It's not being used, the condition of it, we can't use it. So I guess I'm asking approval from the board to put it up on a bid process and to get rid of it and get it off the property. It was donated to the fire department many years ago, and it's not used for anything. The condition of it, we can't use it for anything. And it's taking up areas that we can use for training or other things that we need. So I'm asking for approval to put it up for a bid process or get rid of it, because and we've had people approach that take it. I just need to go through the proper channels to get that done.
I would make a motion.
Can I ask?
Okay, go ahead.
Do we have a title to it, Chief?
We have not been able to find the title, and I contacted the prior chief, and he has no knowledge of the title to it. So I have I've looked in all our files of property and have not been able to find the title to it. So, and asked previous employees or employees that have been here for a long time, and they have no knowledge of getting a title to it, and it was donated, so.
So at the very least, if you put it up for bid process, we could look at scrap metal and people who would be willing to haul it off for that purpose.
We actually had a guy out here that offered to, if he just came up, he didn't know the process. I told him there's a process we have to do. He was willing to come haul it off, take everything, and clean up everything with it. So, and that was what I told him we had to go through proper, channels to get that done. So.
There's some people who would do it for scrap and use the axles. So do you see it as a viable option to put it out for bid and see if we can't recoup any money that can go back in the budget?
Yeah, we can do that. It doesn't have axles on it.
Okay.
They took the axles off, so whoever takes it is going to have to put axles in the tongue on it. So, but I mean, we can try. I don't know that we get anything out of it, but we can try.
I think we need to do the bid process and the way it's developed. Yeah. I would make a motion for,
Wait, Larry.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was gonna make the motion that you put it up for bid or whatever we can do, and somehow we'll get it out of there because it's not serving any purpose.
It has no real value in the condition.
So my motion is that you be in charge of putting it up for bid and seeing what you get and report back. And if you get nothing, you tell us what we're going to do. That's my motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Joe Campbell, aye.
Ellen Ray Bauer, aye.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kiffer, aye.
Motion passed. Item 7D, discussion and possible action regarding current LMRFD sick policy, regarding updated revised structure and format.
So for this policy, it was just basically a format and structure change, so it looks like our other ones. And in doing so, it needs to be reapproved.
So it's all verbiage we had before, it's just a format change? I make the motion.
A second.
Joe Campbell, aye.
Ellen Ray Bauer, aye.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kiffer, aye.
Motion passed. 7E, discussion possible action regarding current LMRFD vacation suppression policy regarding updated revised structure and format.
So this one was changed a little bit. The approved policy didn't quite equate out. And I went through, revised it. You have the revision in there. Do you have any questions?
Madam Chair, I'm going to be honest, I didn't read it. And if it would be helpful to me if we could get a copy with it highlighted where you made the changes so I can immediately eyeball that. And we put it on next month's agenda.
I'd like a copy like that too, highlighted for change part. I
Thank
don't know
you.
what we talked about, but that's been a while. I forgot.
Thank you for doing that.
Okay, so item 7E is tabled till next month.
You need a motion.
Oh, we need a motion to table that. I'll make a motion to table that until September.
Second, Joe Campbell.
Ellen Ray Bauer,
Joe Campbell, aye.
aye.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kiffer, aye.
Motion passed. 7G, discussion possible action regarding rehire status for documentation purposes within personnel file regarding Tony DeMaio. I would like to have not eligible for rehire stipulated on Mr. DeMaio's personnel file. For reasons I can go into, like must, but I will tell you not. Anybody have any input?
Right. I guess. He hasn't applied, has he?
Pardon?
He hasn't applied.
No. I'm not sure that. So, can't do that. Any ideas on it?
Okay. Make a motion.
Okay, I'll just make a motion that Tony DeMaio's personnel file be marked as not eligible. Right, second? Is there a second?
I didn't quite understand you.
Oh, his personnel file is to be, Tony DeMaio's personnel file is to be marked not eligible for rehire.
Chief, don't mean to put you on the spot. You've done a great job. What have you discovered that should have been done that hasn't been done by the prior employee?
There's a lot that, for one, our volunteer program. I know that since I've been in, we have one sitting out here now, our volunteers has saved our butts. I mean, they're out there directing traffic on 93 accidents while we're doing our job. Jay's been out on almost every fire that Scott's been out. They, while we're running medical, they're out doing the fires and taking care of stuff that at the station if fire calls come out. That's one thing that previous chief was against, the volunteer program. And I'm a strong believer in it, and it saved us the last 2.5 months. There's grants that could have been done that was said to be done that wasn't done. personnel due to personal feelings was not covered. As you can see from my schedules, I gave you all a copy, we're fully staffed, we're keeping it staffed. The NIFRS data that needed to be done to, I mean, like I told you before, without the NIFRS, we can't get federal grants. And with a district like us that has a small budget, that's how you survive, is grants. And if you can't get them, I mean, there's a lot there that, and right there is huge, that could have been done, that wasn't being done. So, I mean, just that alone is worth gold right there.
Could I ask a question? What was the original motion?
That Tony DeMaio's personnel file be marked not eligible for rehire.
How about, I worry about somebody with big law degrees. What about recommended no rehire?
No.
Something like that.
Well, we always just did it not eligible. If they were grossly negligent in their position, they were not eligible for rehire here in the industry.
Well, he must have been not very good for 3 years.
That's right.
Okay, but you kept him. So,
Somebody
I look at it what an attorney can do. I wonder if there's a different wording, correct me, but if it said 4F, I could understand it. But recommended for not rehire or so on down the line, I feel more comfortable, but I understand. I have no problem, but I'm afraid that somebody will see that and then make a big deal out of it, and they'll spend thousands trying to fix it.
Can I ask Karen? Karen, what's the verbiage that typically is on either you rehire or you don't rehire?
Either they're eligible or they're not.
So it's a pick one or pick the other. So,
Not eligible then for rehire, whatever.
so that wording would work for you?
That's fine, I just,
Ellen,
I
does
just-
that work for you?
Yeah.
Are you
Will that be
seconding that?
correct?
Is that a second?
Is that correct to say it like that? We don't want to rehire him, he hasn't applied.
You wanna keep
By
it
the
short
way,
and sweet?
you're the only contract I've ever read that offers rehire when people quit or get fired. So
Call for a second.
We need a second. A second for that motion?
you made it, because we amended it, can I second the motion I amended?
I didn't know there was an amendment.
I've been here in a minute.
So I think the wording is what's critical for Larry. So tell me the wording again. He's not eligible for your rehire. You
That's
make a
fine with
motion
me.
that the wording is that he's not eligible for rehire. You good with that,
That's-
Larry?
I'm good with that.
You want to second that?
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Drew Campbell, aye.
Ellen Ray Bauer, aye.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kipfer abstains.
Oh, gee. Motion passed. With Director Kipper abstaining. Call to the
I did
public.
good on this one.
Doing good, Larry.
Consideration and discussion of comments and complaints from the public. Those wishing to address the Lake Mojave Ranches Fire District Board need not request permission in advance. The Fire District Board is not permitted to discuss or take action on any items that are not on the agenda that are raised in the call for number. However, individual board members may be permitted to respond to criticism directed to them. Otherwise, the board may direct that staff review the matter or that the matter be placed on a future agenda. The Fire District Board cannot discuss or take legal action on any issue raised during call to public due to restriction of the open meeting. Is that anybody that would like to comment? Go Walt.
Walt Kiffer, 7288 West 9th Street. I just want to let you know, Chief, that if you need help with data entry or research, and if it's something I can do, I'd be willing to help you. And according to an example in the AFTA book, it would not be a conflict of interest if I don't receive compensation.
Thank you, Walt. Anybody else? No? Okay. Item number 9, consideration, are we down there already? Holy cow. Consideration of future agenda items. Specified table items will move to following month's regular meeting unless not otherwise and/or pending more information. Is there anything other than table items that anybody would like to see on next month's agenda?
Madam Chair, I'd like on there an update on the Dolan Springs Community Council fundraising breakfast for the LMRFD, which will occur on October 12th at the fire station. We'll have more details and flyers to hand out, so if you would put that on the agenda.
That sounds good. I'll have the regular board chair.
I would like on the future agenda, the repair of the ambulance that is sitting in storage. I'd like to know what we're talking about, dollars and cents. I would like to see if we can do that, get it fixed. I have a drawing, a friend of mine shows it being pulled with a 20 mule team, Lorax team. Now, it's there, the building doesn't need it, we need it.
That would be a good thing to have a fundraiser.
Well, right now, I understand, but I'd like to know what we're doing. If we've got the money, we should try to fix it. If we don't, we should try to do something.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Also, the update on the, Charlotte, you could probably bring this up better than me.
You have to speak up, Chief.
The event on the 19th.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
October 19th is the Dolan Springs Community Celebration, and this is going to be fabulous. It's going to take place at the park. There's going to be a car show, children's carnival, a lot of vendors, music, food, beverages. LMRFD will be there. They will have the ambulance, fire truck, and giveaways, I think, for the kids, Chief, if I recall. They came last year, they did a fabulous job. We have A&G Towing coming with their big rigs. Sheriff's Department is going to be,
That's not on the agenda, is that to go on the next agenda? to
yes, that
discuss
can go on the next
Okay.
agenda item. I
Yeah.
just kind of elaborated on the next agenda item.
Thank you. I just thought I'd-
And the fundraiser you're talking about is a week before that?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll be busy bees.
Okay, so I think we're finished. The next regular board meeting will be, I think, in Meadview. We're gonna do
Yes.
Meadview next?
Yes.
September 23rd?
I know it says Dolan Springs on here, but I think we have to go back to
Yeah,
Meadview.
because we had it here this time.
It should have been in Meadview this month.
Yeah, well, there's a communication
Yes.
error.
It's been changed to Meadview.
So that'll be
I
Meadview.
think we fixed it. I think the chief finally got it fixed.
Do-
I
do
think
we,
they finally got it
Do
fixed.
we know if, Karen, do we know if Mr. Whittington is available that day? And if so, what time?
He's blocked. He's blocked for us on the Mondays at 10:30.
Okay, so Meadview, 10:30 executive session. Okay.
Okay, so we can adjourn this at 1:30.
Okay,
I make a
Oh,
motion.
Need a motion, sorry.
Does Joe want to make the motion?
Joe made the motion. Did you make the motion?
make a motion to
Adjourn?
adjourn. I make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, thank you. I'll second that. All in favor?
Joe Campbell, aye. Aye.
Ellen Raybauer, aye.
A-E-I-O-U.
Larry Tennant, aye.
Charlotte Kiffer, aye.
All in favor, we are adjourned at 1:30.
Okay.
Instead of 6 hours, I think we got it done.
I didn't hear all the dates for the volunteer stuff.
Oh, the volunteer
Thank you,
stuff?
Nick.
Yeah.
Put something on the
For the dinner, the,
I know.
file. And I'd like to see us change our contract.
I don't think they said that it's
I know,
October
it's,
4th.
I think it's dangerous.
I get it, trust me, I'm fighting him on this bill. So,
It's really hard.
you're talking
It
to the
scares
choir
me.
here.
Community celebration.
that is in the morning.
That's me personally.
Charlotte,
My attorney wouldn't allow me to
celebration
put it on
is
any of my
9:30.
contracts.
It's 9:30 in the community celebration.
I'm sorry,
Community celebration is 9:30.
9 to 3.